cash card ready to go. Hi there people, welcome to Random and Desperate. Well, today we are going to go round Ashton, and there's a place I wanted to visit for ages called the Portland Basin Museum in Ashton-under-Lyne. It's an old-fashioned museum where you can go round and see how people lived back in the 18th, 19th century. So it should be interesting. And I'll have a special guest today. My fellow friend, Gary, will be joining us on this little trip. So come and follow us on our journey, and we'll see what interesting things we can discover in this Portland Basin Museum. So is this the F word? Is it free?
I swapped it.
You ready, Gary? You've got your big one out, haven't you?
Yeah.
Well, welcome to Portland Base Museum in Ashton. Thanks to Gary taking me like a little secret way.
Well, we could have come through the back gate.
Oh, right, okay. It's quite beautiful, actually. Now, if you look at that bridge, what's that, 1835? Look at that bridge. Remember, this was a main trading route in the 18th century. And you can imagine, years ago, there used to be up and down here, canals everywhere you go. But it mostly now is done as a tourist attraction, because times have changed. I just want to show you the main warehouse itself. There it is, 1834. Right where the pigeons are, see them? What I'll do, I will go in the museum and I'll show you around the main museum. I believe it's the 1920s they've actually based the streets and the shops and the pubs on. So join us for more when we get into the museum itself. When Gary stops taking pictures, you know what he's like these pictures. Oh, we're going in the lift. Is it upstairs? Oh, right, okay.
You're welcome there. We're going downstairs.
Ah, right, okay. Yeah, we don't want to be discovered. Some don't like doing videos or taking pictures.
Doors open. Going up.
No, we don't want to go down.
Yeah, okay.
Going down. Please mind the doors. Doors closing.
All right, get you.
We come past the
Going down.
welcome message.
This better not break down.
You should be able to film me this bit.
Lower
Why?
ground floor.
It's not ethical.
It's funny. Oh God, open this bloody door. I really hate
Doors
this.
open.
No. Got these up mould microwaves, toasting machines.
I tell you what I do remember. My gran had one of these.
What, one of them?
Baby balance.
Bit before my time. Imagine going out at night time and having a dump. It'd be freezing. Eh? Pork pies there. Well, this is how they used to live years ago. So this is all based on the 1920s way of living. That's the old bike to get around. There's no Ubers back then. I don't know if you can smell, but you can smell the oldness, you smell the uniqueness. The old piano, that was the nighttime entertainment, singing and dancing and laughter to someone playing the piano. Old desks here. Yes, sir, I know everything, sir. Yes, I'll definitely see you after school. We can get reacquainted. fish. Hi, sweetie, what's your name? Melissa. What a beautiful name that is. Can I have some of your famous chips, please? I bet she's a good fryer. Look at the prices back then. Fish chips specials. Now, especially, I think what's a special now? Is that a battered potato? Now, one of my subscribers will help me. Peas, pudding, tripe. Interesting. Tripe. Clean newspapers wanted. I like that little bit at the end. Thanks, Melissa. What time do you finish? 8. Okay, I'll see you then. I'll be in the pub down here. Oh. Look at the old clothes shop. Wow. Hello, sweetie. You okay? You've not hurt yourself there, have you? No? I've got some clothes what you could fix, please, if you don't mind. Look at the old cases on the top there. Children's cases, adults' cases, the garments. But back then, they had really good customer service skills. Like today, we go to Morrison, Sainsbury's, what kind of service do we have now? Look at the old grocers here. The old scales. Wouldn't you just go back in time to experience this way of life, just for a moment, to reflect on how we live now and how we lived back then, which was before my time. Because I was only born in the 90s. Yeah, right. So, but I would love to go back in time to discover what it was like there. Place of worship when everyone used to go on a Saturday to worship their God. A communal. I think churches back then was more of a communal group where they all stuck together. More of like a friendship. This is one of my favourites. The pub. Hi, pal. Do you have any Timothy Taylors, please? Okay. I'll have a pint of that, please. I'll just sit near Stan. Hi, Stan. You okay? What? Really? Can you get your mouth closed, pal? I know the price has gone up. I can't help it. Look at the old games back then. The old stout in bottles. No spitting on the floor, no fighting by order. See you later, Charles. Keep your mouth closed. Doctor's surgery. Is this the doctor's surgery? It looks that way. You got an headache, pal? You take something for that. Look at the size of the doors. And the people back then was only small. But look at the size of the doors compared to what they are now. Could we do that, eh? Could we do that back then? Actually kill a rabbit, dissect it, cut it open, get all its innards out. I wouldn't know what to do, to be honest with you. Wouldn't have a clue what to do. Better catch up with Gary, you know what he's like, taking his pictures. He takes pictures of every single thing. And that's him for you. Suppose everyone has their hobby. See, here he is. Fish and chip shop. Isn't she beautiful there? She's going to give us some free fish and chips. Do you fancy on the way on calling it a chippy? I've just come in here and just give me a thought. What give you a thought?
You won't get it full. What's 1460?
I haven't got a clue. A special. Look at that tripe. Trot. Does that say trotters? What's a trotter?
Some pigs.
All right. Okay.
It's the pig's foot.
Invalid. Is that invalid? This one here.
It's about a pound.
Invalid. The old till here. No digital back then. You had to do something what's called add it up in your head. And this is interesting. Clean newspapers wanted.
Because they used to wrap it in newspaper,
They did, yeah. Couldn't do it now, could they? All this health and safety rubbish, what they're going on about. But people used to say when you used to have the fish and chips, it was more, let's just say, nicer if it's in good old English newspaper. Well, I hope you enjoyed this little tour around Ashton, Portland. God, the king. Them kids, can you all them kids? Hope you enjoyed. We'll start again, shall we? Hope you enjoyed this trip round Portland Basin Museum in Ashton. Well worth a visit, people. Well worth a visit. But there's more to see down there. But I'm not going down there because of kids. And you imagine filming when there's children around. Doesn't really, let's just say, it's not socially acceptable because you automatically think you're filming them. The stockade, eh? This was the punishment back then. Well, thanks for joining on our little adventure around it, and I'll see you next time, people. And I think after speaking to Melissa down there, I fancy some fish and chips. At the end of this video, I might put a little fish and chips at the end of it to finish it off. See you next time. As promised, thanks to that Melissa. Sausage, chips, and gravy. I won't eat all these. Why did they give you that many chips? Don't you want to hate it when you see someone eating fish and chips? Look at this beauty, keep me going. Buttered muffin. And a pot of gravy. I'll see you next time, people.